Hey guys, we are back for another video. Make sure you all hit that notification bell so you are notified when we do upload. Also, hit the thumbs up if you guys are enjoying the content. And as always, let me know what you guys think in the comments. So, we're going to be talking about Love and Hip Hop Atlanta this last episode. And the specific thing that we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about Bambi and Scrappy and that heartfelt apology. And then we're going to get into the specifics of the apology and some other things. So let's get into this clip and then we're going to come back for commentary.
Hey, so listen, I appreciate you. I love you. I feel like you're a great mom, beyond what others may say. I feel like that you're a good person. I do want to tell you that I am sorry that I hurt your heart because I do love you. I love you, and everything that happened, it was like a part of my ego and a part of everything that I wanted out of a relationship that I didn't get, but I still should have handled it different. And I feel like in the beginning, when we first got together, like you had me caught up, I was like, that is the person. Even though I up in that, I felt like you was the person for me. I can still say I love you. You know what I'm saying?
I can say the same. I love you. I always will. I mean, we got 3 kids, and this ain't easy for me, and I just feel like you never really gave me enough grace for like everything that I've had to like go through in this relationship from the beginning to the end.
But hold on.
Okay,
You are not perfect,
I'm not.
but you are a blessing. Well, I want you to understand, I'm gonna hold your hand. I ain't did this in a long time. It feel good. Listen, I love you.
I love you too.
At the end of the day, I gave you my heart. I apologize. I appreciate everything you have done for me. I'm never going to underground you on who you are.
Yeah.
You a definite person that changed my life. I'm trying to just be the best person for you.
Let me just give you a hug. I obviously will always have some love for Scrappy. It's been really hard for me. He is the father of my kids, and I didn't want to be divorced. I wanted our marriage to work out, and at the end of the day, I do care about him.
Listen, I want you to know, though, that I really love you. Last few months, man, it's been so crazy hard, man. You know what I'm saying? Emotionally, mentally. So at this point, man, it just feel good to be able to touch her and look at her, to tell her, like, I love you. And out of everything that I've done on my end, I accept that, and I'm sorry.
Hey guys, so let's jump right into this situation and this heartfelt apology. I have stated this on my page numerous times that my issue with Scrappy is simple. I don't have one, and I'm going to tell you why. Everybody make mistakes. He is not exempt. But what I have continued to say is that this man apologizes. He has always apologized. And again, he apologized. And he was the only one apologizing. Regardless to whatever happened in the marriage, it takes 2 people to tango. So let's get into what Scrappy said. From the beginning of the conversation, he told Bambi, I appreciate and I love you. He said, you are a great mom. beyond what people say. So he said, listen, I don't care what people say. You are a great mom and I love you. He said, you are a great person. And then he stated, and I'm sorry that I hurt you. He said, because I do love you a lot. He said a lot of what had happened was definitely his ego. And some of it was basically stuff that he did not receive from Bambi. He also acknowledges that Bambi swept him off his feet, right? He said in the beginning, when he saw her, he was like, yes, that's her. So, guys, he said when he saw her, he knew that she was the one, but some things happen, right? But at this point, he wants to apologize. And that's what grown, healed people, or that people who have a therapist, this is what they do. He's not pointing fingers. He's saying, listen, I'm sorry. He said that when he first met her, that he knew that she was the one. He also stated that he felt Bambi was the person for him. And he said he still loved her. Obviously, at that point, Bambi interrupted, right? She said that she loved him too. Well, what she stated was she can say the same for him, right? So that is what she stated. And she basically said, how in so many words, how could she not love him? Because they have two, not two, but three children. Then Bambi went on to say that the situation was not easy for her. And she felt like he never really gave her enough grace for all the things she had to go through in the relationship. So this is where it becomes problematic. In this particular apology situation, obviously Bambi has done a lot of stuff, but in this type of setting, what Scrappy is doing is pulling out the great things that she did, because at some point people have to move on and get past it. So he is not telling her anything negative that she did because he wants to focus on the good things. But Bambi goes back to feeling like a victim. She says, the situation wasn't easy for me. Here we go again. So Scrappy interrupted her because he needs to bring the conversation back to the positive state, right? And he said, you're not perfect. But he said, you're not perfect. But then he continued to move the conversation forward in a positive manner by saying she was a blessing to him. So let me make sure y'all understand this. Scrappy is in therapy, honey, and he is working on himself because he let her know that, hey, you're not perfect. But then he circled back around and said, what? She was a blessing to him. This man is in therapy and he working on himself. And I can tell by his actions. He also asked to hold her hand because he's like, listen, I want her to let her know that I am, I'm speaking the truth. I want her to, know that she was a blessing to me. So he's really taking control of this situation. So he's holding her hand, and he starts to apologize again for everything, basically saying how she changed his life. He repeatedly apologized to her numerous of times. And that is what I want y'all to get. I'm not saying this man was perfect, but listen, it takes two people in a relationship to make it not work. This man has apologized, he's in therapy, and he is calling out the bad behavior. But now we have Bambi. The only thing that she said was, I feel the same about you. And obviously, we have the three children. In other words, how could I not love you? We have three kids. But then she went back to basically say that the situation wasn't easy for her. And she felt like he didn't give her enough grace. for all the things that she had to go through in the relationship from the beginning to the end. So I'm gonna tell y'all this, and I'm not taking Scrappy's side, but I'm seeing this from the outside looking in. Obviously, I don't know these people business, but I'm gonna tell y'all this girl was the problem. Because regardless to whatever happened in the relationship, we need to come to a neutral place where we can see, listen, we both messed up. And we cannot move forward if I'm pointing fingers at you and you're pointing fingers at me. You mean to tell me all the stuff that he said, she couldn't find nothing to say about this man? I understand why he looks the way that he's looking because he is no longer around this lady. He repeatedly said it over and over again. I have my notes, and even after I finished my notes, he continued to say it. So I said, listen, I'm not going to continue to take notes on the same stuff. So I'm telling y'all right now, you cannot, or basically men and women, you got to know who you getting in a relationship with. You must know who you're getting in a relationship with. This woman had absolutely nothing to say about him. Nothing. He pulled out all of the great stuff that he can find within himself about her and made no mention of how she treated his daughter online, how she recorded him. He said nothing about that. But then she find the audacity to bring it back to herself and basically says that she feel like he didn't give her enough grace. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. We can have this conversation in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. I just was like, I'm so glad that this guy is away from her. Again, I'm not saying that he's perfect, but I'm saying in a relationship, we got to lift each other up. I cannot be the only one that's making the mistakes. I can't be the only one because it takes two. Two. So y'all let me know. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'm going to need y'all to turn on those notifications because y'all missing stuff, okay? So let's have a conversation in the comments. And I'll see y'all in the next video.